See what they got on this. Season of Fortune. Patch 1.4 arrives. Patch notes. Next week, it with balance changes, a new mode, and more, all heralding the start of the Season of Fortune. The usual patch notes are coming next week, but right now we'd like to share an early overview of what you can expect to see over the course of the upcoming season. A note on seasons. In the past, we've used season to refer to the current ranked season, like the Season of Plunder, right now, while structuring content releases around the 2-week patch cadence. Neither of these are going away, but things are about to change a little. As we covered in our recent What's Next in Runeterra video, definitely check that out if you haven't. There's a lot of new stuff coming to LOR throughout 2020. One of the biggest changes beginning in August is a shift from expansions every 4 months to card releases happening every 2 months. Here's how it works out. August, new region, new cards, a lot of cards. You see how big this is? It's like twice as big as how many this is. In October, August, September, October, 2 months later, new cards, new cards. New region, new cards, new cards. Okay, new region, new cards, new cards. Every 2 months. That's a high turnover. At that point, ranked seasons will also line up with those releases, forming a natural rhythm of bi-monthly expansion seasons, which introduce new cards, content, and features that change the way you play. As part of the new rhythm, you can expect periodic previews like this one where we'll cover some of what next season has in store, but we're getting ahead of ourselves. Let's talk about what you can expect to see in the upcoming Season of Fortune. The Season of Fortune, as JJ and Yip mentioned in What's Next for Runeterra video, we believe that for a card game to stay engaging for years, we need to bring more of the new cards to the table. That means making sure every season in LOR feels different from the last, offering a new way to play, compete, and use your collection. True. With new cards and a new region coming at the end of the Season of Fortune, our focus right now is on continuing to build a robust ecosystem of modes and features for you to show off your skill. In particular, we're looking to make a variety of updates to develop LOR's competitive ecosystem, including a new competitive game mode called Gauntlets. That's coming out patch Tuesday. Updates to how Master Tier LP works, Tuesday patch, and the much requested implementation of cross-shard friend challenges. That's coming up in patch 1.6. Cross-shard. I guess that means different you challenge EU and NA. That's pretty big. New mode, Gauntlet. New rules, same skill set. Take on a unique challenge and compete against other players. Can you make it all the way to 7 wins? Okay, we're also bringing you 2 other ways to challenge your card slinging skills and get rewarded for the hours you spend playing LOR. Labs in 1.5 and our first endgame event, patch 1.6, 1.7. Overall, we're excited to introduce a range of new experiences that will be fundamental to LOR's seasonal rhythm going forward. Let's take a look at how the Season of Fortune unfolds over the next 4 patches. Starting off is patch 1.4 and an all-new game mode, Gauntlets. Gauntlets are limited time competitive modes with unique deck building rules. Gauntlets go live every weekend for about 4 days total, with weekly swaps between formats in the rotation. The first gauntlet begins June 26th, that's next Friday, and will use standard deck building rules as we test drive the underlying tech. A second type of gauntlet, Singleton, joins the rotation on July 3rd and will challenge you to build a deck using no more than 1 copy of each card. Ooh, shout out to the cats in the crowd. For sure, all the cat lovers, they're going to love that. Singleton. Everyone who takes on a particular... I'm pretty sure you just have to play P&Z every time, because getting paid for playing all those 1-ofs is huge. Everyone who takes on a particular gauntlet format will receive a special icon, but only those who make it to 7 wins will get the exclusive Gauntlet Conqueror icon. In the future, we plan to add more exclusive rewards and improve the Gauntlet mode overall, using the technology to build our way to full-scale in-game tournaments. While Gauntlets may be the headline, they're definitely not all patch 1.4 has to offer. There will be a partial ranked reset and reward icons for your ranked performance during the Season of Plunder. A bunch of new personalized items in the store, 20 plus card balance changes and reworks. Holy shit. And an update to Master Tier LP. Wow. Let's talk a little more about the last one. Up until now, Master's Tier has been rank ordered by player MMR, but we've realized this has some unfortunate downsides, mainly that it was unclear how much your rank could change in a single game, and losses could feel overly punishing. Yeah. Now, instead of displaying your rank order within Masters, you'll see your current Masters LP, and upon first entering Masters, you'll get an initial LP amount based on your MMR relative to other players in Masters. From there, your LP gains and losses will be determined by a combination of factors including your MMR, your opponent's MMR, and how much LP you have compared to other players in Masters. These values can range from 15 to 25 LP. Matching that in Platinum and Diamond, and at the end of the season, Master players will be reset to Platinum 4 regardless of how much LP you have. Nice. Our hope, so it's like the TFT system, where you basically, once you get into Masters, you just gain LP, which is just a better way to do it because it's easier to visualize. Also, you have this range, you're either going to gain or lose from 15 to 25, not these like 100-point sinks on the ranking. Our hope is that this brings much needed clarity to the ranking process while keeping Masters Tier the apex of competitive play in LOR. Let us know how the new system feels, and good luck making it to the top. Thanks. Basically 15 LP for a win and 25 LP for a loss, because 9 and 10 you're getting matched with someone 1,000 plus ranks lower than you. Yes, probably true, Salt Grinder, probably true. Good consideration, which is kind of similar to the season now. Good point, Salt Grinder. Yeah, I didn't think about that. Except, it's going to be, basically they're going to smash the numbers down instead of it being ranks. Planning early in July is patch 1.5 and the debut of another new way to play, Labs, where gauntlets are aimed at the competitive experience. So this is going to be 2 weeks after this patch. They do patches every 2 weeks. Every patch after 1.5 will include a new or updated lab to replace the previous one. Some labs will experiment with small changes to the classic LOR formula, while others will offer new game modes or even more extreme takes on card play in the world of Runeterra. Each one is a chance for you to join us as we try new things and discover what's fun, what's not, and what deserves to be developed further in the future. We're starting small, but look forward to some bigger, greater experiments later this year and beyond. Fellow champs. First lab, Aram, is available July 8th for patch 1.5 and features unexpected champion matchups and unpredictable outcomes. Rather than building a deck, you'll make choices from a random selection of champions when the game starts. The champions you choose will start in your hand and generate a deck for you to pilot against your opponent. Equally random creation. Nice. Patch 1.6 and 1.7 expand your collection with LOR's first event. Towards the end of July, patch 1.6 will kick off LOR's first in-game event, a month-long thematic experience featuring a new lab, special quest, personalization items, and more. We're keeping the event's theme under wraps for now, but keep an eye out for a special preview before it officially starts. We want events to be a great way to get even more reward for the time you spend playing LOR. Pretty important. And every player will have access to a series of limited time. Because, if you only have ladder, it's just not going to last. They need to evaluate how they're doing the matchmaking overall. I'd rather wait a bit longer over getting matched with someone much lower than me. Yeah, it would be nice. Maybe they should give it an extra 30 seconds or something. Try and pair you. And every player will have access to a series of limited time. I have no clue how matchmaking works. Programming wise, how to make it better, but it would be nice if you were playing against people that were similar ranked. There will also be an event pass in the store that has even more rewards to unlock along the way. Beyond the event, patch 1.6 will also feature more card updates as well as implementation of Cross Shard Friend Challenge, a key step towards the long-term vision of a truly global competitive ecosystem and a great way to flex on friends from around the world. That's what it's really about. The event, I'm coming for you. If you in EU, I'm coming to get you without having to have another account. The event will continue into patch 1.7 with more quest and store content, as well as a new lab and a new twist on the singleton gauntlet format. Okay, so they got this stuff planned out big time. Oh, one other small detail might not even be worth mentioning, but just in case you're interested, starting in patch 1.7, you'll be able to choose which card art represents each of your decks in Deck Builder. That is very interesting because that would help a lot instead of arbitrary this champion. like you'll have one Trinamir in a deck, and the Trinamir will be on your deck list. So I mean, I know it's just cause just aesthetics, but it does help big time in recognizing what decks are what. From foundation to future, we know we keep beating the drum on the whole building the foundation thing, but it's important to us that we know we still have a lot to improve. We want to be honest about where we think things still need to be better, like competitive rewards. Our long-term goal for honoring competitive accomplishments, running season gauntlets, is to create exclusive cosmetic rewards that you really value earning and can be used collectively over time as you build up a collection based on your different accomplishments. The main rewards we have in mind are various cosmetic card modifications that you can collect and include in your decks. Nice. We're not ready to show anything off yet, but we'll have more info to share heading in August, along with the next season expansion. We'll be back next Tuesday with the patch notes. Until then, good luck in your final season of Wonder matches, and we'll see you in Season of Fortune. What a great game. Keeping us informed. They need to do better. All right. Well, what do you think? I mean, what are your complaints? What are your complaints, guys? What do you say, chat? Tell me what's not working for you. Because I feel like pretty positive about it. But then again, my experience is being supplemented by the community in these community tournaments. BR Fest, Duels of Runeterra. So a lot of my gameplay is on the weekends in these tournaments, which are, in my opinion, wildly successful. It gives me that competitive itch that I like to scratch, even if the prize support isn't that high yet. And as we saw earlier, we saw the intro video to Giant Slayer doing Fight Night. Their self-apology for not having some things in their game is like it's coming from a woke person. No, they're just apologizing because they don't have it yet, and they want it all to be there, but it's just not there yet. But I think they're moving at a reasonable pace here, and they have plans for implementations. So the game's going to get better every 2 weeks. Every time they patch the game, it gets better. That's why they patch it. They patch it to get better. And the fact that they're definitely patching every 2 weeks, and the game is, I guess it's making money. And, they got commitments for the foreseeable future, and they have plans, then I'm optimistic. I've been in games. I played all the card games. I played Soul Forge. That one died, and I love the hell out of that game. That game was a lot of fun. I played the Duel Masters. What's it called? Not Duel Masters. Duelist. I played Duelist. That game was fun as hell. But like they just died out. So like the thing is they see what we want and it's moving. What do you want that they don't have already, High Roller, or that they haven't promised us in 3 patches? That's what I'm wondering. They need to evaluate how they're doing matchmaking. Yeah, they need to work on the matchmaking. I think is the only thing. People like to complain, but I'm definitely and we should be complaining because the game's early and it's still not too late to shape the way that use our voices to shape how we want the game to be. Nothing wrong with that, but I've got to give some credit out here. This game is fun as hell, and it is getting better. Like they need to fix this bug right now. I imagine that's in this patch where you don't get to see your rank after a win or a loss. Like we were 1005 going into the last match. It didn't change. So until we finish, this is a bug they just have to fix. But obviously they're changing the whole MMR thing, so it's probably all going to happen together. What else? They got to fix that. I'd like to see a more robust fix to matchmaking than what they've outlined. A bit of an explanation to the mulligan system and a greater willingness to rework cards, specifically champions that just aren't performing. Well, Salt Grinder, that would be nice if they went a little bit more into the matchmaking and they explained that a little bit better. But as far as like changes to champions that need reworks or need buffs, like I think the Vlad buff made him more playable for sure. We got 20 cards getting changed. Now, I don't know if that's going to be a sweep. How many plunder cards are there? Because they might just change plunder, and that would take a big chunk. Not plunder, but steal. When you steal cards off the top of your deck, the yoinks. They might change all the yoinks in a way. Not sure. So that's probably going to be a big chunk of it because that's the biggest outcry right now I see in the community is how disappointed people are playing against their own cards. Which, you know, they're pirates. They're going to plunder, they're going to steal. So, I mean, it's thematic, if nothing else. Even if it is annoying. But, can't beat them, join them. No, it is frustrating because I lost a game in the tournament today because I was playing around a card that he might have stolen from my deck. Which is crazy because it could be any card. And, like, I had good cards like Will of Ionia and Concussive Palm, which are just good against what we got. Yeah, so June 26th, we're gonna see what's going on with Gauntlet. That's just gonna be regular matches. The Gauntlets are gonna be singleton after that, and then a different kind of singleton later on. So that's another way we can play and earn rewards, which is nice. The new season, hopefully the MMR is gonna be better, so the reset's gonna be nice because I'm gonna race the Masters as fast as I can. I guess patch is gonna be what, Wednesday, but the patch notes are coming, so I'll do a video of the patch notes, but I'm pretty excited about these pre-patch notes patches. For the most part, this is pretty exciting. So, I don't know, what are y'all thoughts? If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you leave a comment down below. I'd love to hear what you think. What do you expect to be in the patches? What do you expect to be in the new region? What do you think the new region's going to be? I'm not that in tune with LOR lore or, you know, Riot lore. So it would be nice to League of Legends lore. So it'll be nice to see some speculation, as well as I would like to know your thoughts on all the changes that they got coming, and you know the overall job that Riot's doing. I think they're doing a good job, personally. But you know, leave your comment down below. And one love, good vibes. If you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell to be alerted when new videos go up. One love, good vibes.